Yo, Thursday on the Viktor Wilt Show morning. Okay. Just got a crush down today and tomorrow, and then the weekend awaits, everybody. We're going to make it there together. And hopefully you've got some fun weekend plans ahead. Really pumped to go check out 9 Inch Nails. As of right now, looking at the ticket prices, scalpers ain't budging yet. Oh, it sucks. I mean, I paid for tickets yesterday, so I guess that makes me feel a little bit better. Like, okay, it doesn't look like I could have got a screaming deal yet. Probably won't be till tomorrow that they really start panic selling, but gonna be a great weekend. I'm very pumped for it. All right, let's see here. Don't be rude to people. See a lot of people being very rude on social media, but that's not the only place people can be rude. Maybe they don't realize they're being rude. I don't know, I'm looking at a thread here about things that people don't realize are rude. Let's see if I agree. Talking on a speakerphone when there are people around you, like in a waiting room or on a subway. To me, it's just kind of weird. You know, if you're out in public talking on a speakerphone, like, you don't know what the person on the other end of the phone's going to say. What if they say something completely crazy and you've got them on speakerphone? I don't know. That's just weird to me. All right, stopping suddenly in a crowded corridor or at the top of the stairs when there are people behind you. Oh, I know Peaches loves that when you're in the grocery store. Boy, you want to hear that guy complain. People clogging up the aisles in the grocery store. That makes him crazy. All right, what else do we have? Things that people don't realize are rude. Making unnecessary messes at places like hotels on the premise of it's their job to clean, not mine. Yeah, just straighten up after yourself a little bit. It's kind of like, I don't remember why we were talking about this. Maybe I was talking with Becca about it. I don't even remember if it was on air. Maybe I was talking about her with it, or talking about it with her on air. Jeez, I can't talk. But stacking your plates and stuff, excuse me, now I almost sneezed, at a restaurant. Some people, why are you doing that? It's the waiter's job to clean it up. No, just come on, help out a little bit. Oh, this one makes me crazy when people don't cover their mouth when they're coughing or sneezing. Like, I don't want to get your germs and I don't want to get sick. Cover your mouth and then go wash your hands when you're done. Let's see here. Boarding an elevator before people try to get off. Who on earth would do that? I don't think I've ever seen that happen. That would be incredibly rude. Let's see here. We got a caller. Let's see what they want. K-Bear, good morning. You're live on air. Keep that in mind. Who's this? You
Hello?
there? Hey, what's up? Who's this?
I don't think I've ever done that. That would be incredible.
Yep. Sorry, your phone's cutting out on me.
What's happening?
All right, try me back. I don't know what was going on with that one. Sorry, caller. Your phone's messed up, bro. Oh, is that them calling back? Let's try again. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hey, it's Brian.
Brian, what's up?
So first of all, clean up after your sticky children.
Yes.
First of all, hold on. Hey, whoa, hold on. First of all, we all have kids, okay? When you take them to the grocery store or like the thrift store to look for like a bookshelf, that's not a playground you can just send them off to, all right? Those little gremlins, the sticky little creatures, okay? You need to teach them to not just play with things and leave the things out in the aisle, all right? That's number one, okay? Number two, Peaches is right. Stop having meetings in the intersections of the grocery store, okay? You do not. I am a really, really nice guy when I choose to be, but one of the best ways to piss me off is just stand there and be like, "Oh my goodness, how have you been? Oh hey, Stace, we haven't seen you in 7 days. Stop it! Stop it!"
All good points, Brian.
Sorry. Anyway, but no, it's just simple little courtesies like that. First of all, no one has to be polite, okay? No one has to be polite. That being said, it helps.
Yeah.
Okay? It helps.
Absolutely.
But yeah, cleaning up after your kids, like, it's going to the pet store is not the same as going to the zoo. Don't let them try to feed the animals with the food that's there. That's not how that works. I know, like, I grew up extremely humble. That might seem like a zoo to some parents. It's not. Okay? And putting their little fingers on the glass, somebody has to clean that.
That's true.
And if you can't handle any of that, don't have kids. Sorry. Anyway.
All right, Brian. Fine. You get it all out?
There's one more. Put your cart back when you go to the grocery store. When you're out in the parking lot, put your cart back. If you can't handle waddling back, not you specifically, that sounds mean. If you can't waddle back to put your cart back, maybe just do the online order. Be extra, extra, extra lazy. That's all it is.
Delivery is available.
But yeah, have a good morning. Also, Hail Hydra.
Hey, good to hear from you, Brian. See you, man. Brian, all riled up. That one got to him this morning. All right, maybe we'll dig into more ways you shouldn't be rude in a bit. I don't know. I'm trying to find something to yap about. Clearly got at least Brian fired up. All right, might as well continue looking at rude crap people do that they don't realize is rude. See if I continue to agree with these things. See if we can get any of you fired up like Brian was. All right, let's see. Rude stuff. Scrolling on your phone while you're hanging out with them. All right, I guess it would depend. You know, if you're in the middle of a nice conversation and then they just stop talking to you and just start staring at their phone, it could just be a sign they don't want to talk to you. Let's see here. This person said their boss texting them multiple times about work while their mom was passing away in the hospital. Yeah, if somebody's going through a really rough time, leave them alone. Giving unsolicited advice on someone's physical appearance. That is pretty rude. And it does happen quite often. More often online than in person. But people have done that to me. Not letting folks zipper merge. All right. Now that's a controversial one. If you don't know what zipper merging is, let's say you're coming up on some construction and it's going down to one lane. All right. The point at which you're supposed to merge into the other lane is like right at the point where it becomes one single lane. I thought that was crazy, but studies have shown if everybody does that, it's much more efficient and things don't get as backed up. But boy, you go barreling past people up to the merge point and they're all backed up in the other lane. They get mad, but that's how it's supposed to be done. Talked about it many times on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. All right, let's see here. What else is rude? Playing videos on your phone with no headphones. We've talked plenty about that recently. People getting kicked off of airlines and things like that. I mean, again, if you're at a restaurant, come on. If you're at home, that's one thing. Oh, touching a pregnant woman's belly without her permission. How about touching people, period, without their permission? Yeah, keep your hands to yourself, all right? Stop touching other people. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Amanda.
Amanda, what's on your mind?
Really quick before I go into work, it drives me crazy when there's two lanes, both of them you can go straight, the right one you can take your right?
Yeah.
Don't sit in the right lane. Don't sit in the right lane if you're going to go straight. Get in the left lane.
Yeah.
Other people behind you want to take that right. Get out of the way.
Totally agree. That drives me nuts, too.
Oh, it drives me crazy. Okay, I'm already a minute late for work. I got to go. Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Nothing like when I got places to be, and yeah, You got one, car at the front of the right lane, and you're all backed up with a bunch of people trying to turn right, but that one person just wants to go straight. Let's see here. What else is rude? And some people don't seem to realize that it's rude. Interrupting people. Now, that kind of naturally happens. I think I've gotten fairly good over the years at not interrupting people because, I do the radio show and talk to somebody else. And when you barrel over the top of somebody, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to be barreled the top over. Is that right? Did I say that properly? Maybe. All right. And then somebody else brought up shopping carts and stuff. This list goes on and on. You ask people about rude things. There's a lot of responses. All right. Dog Star with the new one, all in now. Good to see Keanu Reeves and co. back out, having some fun, doing some music. All right. I stumbled across this post that I haven't even scrolled through. But I would imagine the things in here are going to be much more believable than the things I see people believing on Facebook. So none of these should even be a surprise. Inaccurate facts that people believe are true because of movies, simply based on the completely false information I see getting shared on social media all the time. Nothing in here is going to surprise me. I mean, I've got people on my Facebook friends list who every single day share completely made up information. They don't look into it at all. They just share it. And then when I pointed it out, like, that isn't real, they go, oh, well, I like it. Like, I just give up. I have given up with some of these people. Like, all right, I'm not going to just tell you again that this isn't real. You clearly are just going to believe anything that comes your way. So anyway, inaccurate facts that people believe are true because of movies. Silencer turning a gunshot into a whisper. Looks like people started arguing about this in the thread. And the guy's pointing out, like, hey, listen, I was mainly talking about, like, sniper rifles and assault weapons, shooting supersonic projectiles, and their inherent sonic crack. Like, yeah, a silencer is going to make things a little bit quieter. And if you're talking like a pistol, it can make it pretty dang quiet, but not like you see in the movies where it's like, pew, with a whole lot of nothing. Hacking isn't someone typing for 10 seconds and suddenly you're in. Just sit down and start mashing keys. People don't really believe hacking works that way, do they? I don't know. People believe stupid things. Let's see. This person said when a machine flatlines in a hospital in a continuous beep, it most likely means a sensor has fallen off the patient. So if you're ever hanging out in the hospital, you hear down, a few doors down or a few sheets down, dude, it doesn't mean that someone just keeled over. Okay. You can't just walk away from a nearby explosion. You know the classic scene in a movie. Somebody blows something up and they're just walking toward the camera. Look at me. I'm so tough. Yeah, you'd just be blown to the ground, eardrums blasted out of your head, and likely killed by shrapnel or the intense heat from the blast. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay, I'm not going to get into that one. Oh, geez. Yeah, you see this in a lot of movies. Maybe this is why guys are so terrible. You can get someone to fall in love with you by stalking them and acting creepy. Yeah, no. You're just a creep. Don't do that, okay? You need to engage in conversation, be a normal human being. You're not going to get anywhere being a weirdo. Oh, yeah, if you get knocked out with a blow to the head, you can wake up with a little headache, but be ready for action. No, you're going to be messed up. You're going to be messed up for a while if you get literally knocked out by being hit in the head. You could die. Could die. That's why fighting is not a good idea, okay? Not a good idea. Swords constantly make swing sounds. No, I don't think they make any noise. All right. I'm debating on getting more caffeine. We just got to get through this day. Thankfully, Thursday. All right, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning so far and that the day is moving by at a reasonable pace. So, I'm not complaining yet. But, anywho, what the heck was I going to talk about? I have no idea. I have 10 billion tabs open, and none of them look like the topic I was going to discuss. I can't remember what it was. Was it some garbage I saw on Facebook? It's gone. I did see that Jake Paul is looking at running for office. Could we get these, celebrities out of the mix? Especially like a bonehead YouTuber, all right? This is not what we need. Now, we do need to start fresh as far as government in general goes, I think. We'll just, give a whole brand new lineup. We need some term limits. We need to clear out all the old boomers, get some new people in, but I don't know if Jake Paul is who we need to get in. All right? I just want some, seemingly smart people in. Now, I don't know if Jake Paul's dumb. All right? I know I'm not a fan of his content, and he seems irritating. But, I don't know. When you see a politician talk, you just want him to at least sound smart. Had enough with just relentless political garbage coming out of some of these politicians' mouths that just sound so stupid. I just want an intelligent-sounding person standing up in front of us, telling us what they're gonna do. I ain't claiming to be smart myself, but it's just a little more reassuring that, when the people in charge, when they sound kind of smart. Jake Paul. Oh, gotta be kidding me. He'd probably get elected too, because people are dumb. I liked that one YouTube video he made. He's got my vote. Remember when he fought Mike Tyson? Yeah. It was embarrassing. So yesterday I talked quite a bit about my search for Nine Inch Nails tickets. Did end up finally getting some, which is great. I was looking at the ticket prices this morning. Still looking pretty nasty. So, keep an eye on them. Hopefully later today or tomorrow, they'll start coming down in price because it's a show you don't want to miss. But if you happen to not be able to go and you're looking for something fun to do, my homies in Stiff Richard, they are going to be playing at the Roadhouse tomorrow night and Saturday night. So you could go check them out. They're always a lot of fun. Maybe if we're not totally exhausted after Nine Inch Nails, Beck and I can hit that up Saturday. But great dudes. Always put on a fun show. Anyway, that's what's going on this weekend. I'm sure some other stuff, but yeah, I forgot I was going to mention that yesterday. I suck. Looking at a thread here, it's from a metal subreddit, so I have a feeling the answers are going to be a little bit skewed, but I'm curious to see what people say about the worst covers ever. Trying to think, what to me would be the worst cover ever? And sadly, I'm drawing a blank, so maybe someone will bring one up here and I can go, oh yeah, that's terrible. Top answer right now is a very popular song. And I think it's one that people either really like or they just hate, and that is Disturbed covering The Sound of Silence. Now, I've seen them perform this live, and it was really, really good. Now, during the dreary winter months, I don't know, the song can kind of drag, but I think they did a good job with it. Limp Bizkit's cover of Behind Blue Eyes. See, I think they did a pretty good job with that one, too. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, 6 Feet Under's Graveyard Classics albums. All of them. I can't remember if they start throwing profanity in there, but 6 Feet Under, they covered all kinds of different songs, but they did them just straight up 6 Feet Under style with the, vocals. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's good for a laugh. Good for a laugh, for sure. Funny enough, I didn't listen to this. Megadeth covering Ride the Lightning by Metallica. That just came out. Maybe I'll have to check it out. I just totally spaced that. Avenged Sevenfold's Paranoid cover. Don't think I've heard that before. Okay, see, we're getting a lot of just straight up metal answers here. The whole Danzig Sings Elvis album. Huh. I didn't even know that existed. I'll have to check that out. Judas Priest with Johnny Be Good. I haven't heard, like, any of these covers. Okay, Last Resort by Falling in Reverse. That's, kind of in that same as Disturbed, Sound of Silence realm. I think people either love it or hate it. I wish I could think of a cover song that I just despise, but drawing a blank. So, I'm going to just try to find some freak news, okay? Sound good? I hope so. Okay, this one made my stomach churn a little bit. How do we work around this? A kickboxer in the UK has become the first person to pull a car using, well, we'll just have you guess which part of his body. Ugh. Why? I don't know. Are they going to put that in the Guinness Book of World Records? Okay. They've got an image gallery. All right, I don't need to flag the IT department. I can't imagine it would show that much, or at least I'd hope not. Well, to each their own with hobbies. Yikes. Are people that bored in the UK? Okay, what else we got here? A woman in Canada says her boyfriend had to remove a screw poking out of her head after a doctor didn't believe her. So she recently had some type of brain tumor surgery, and she's got a metal plate, in her head, screws in the scar, and she wakes up and she sees a screw pushing out through her skin. Yeah, pretty obvious this is a screw. So she goes to the hospital, and the doctor, he's like, "No, it's not a screw. It's just a cyst." She's like, "He wasn't even looking at it. You could see it was a screw." Asked to get a second opinion from another doctor, and they're like, "No," and just told her to leave. So, yeah, her boyfriend busted out the tweezers and pulled a screw out of her head. I mean, it is a little teeny screw, but I don't know how you confuse a screw with a cyst. Poor lady. I mean, at least she had the boyfriend to help, though. Now, that's a good partner there. Willing to pull a screw out of your head. That might, gross some people out. If you're tattooed and you want a burrito, according to their website, Chipotle is giving out buy one, get one burritos tomorrow from 3 to 4 p.m. Now, when it comes to these type of promotions, you can never guarantee they're happening at every franchise. So I don't know if you can go to Chipotle in like Rexburg or Pokey and do this, but you can call them up and find out. You just have to show them that you have tattoos, and you get a buy one, get one burrito. So go to their website and get more information on that. I don't know if you can actually get it here, but hey, if you got tattoos, might as well get whatever free stuff you can out of them. And I know Peaches mentioned this one yesterday, article about snake yoga. No thanks. All right. What's wrong with regular old yoga? Seems like a good way to, I don't know, just make you suddenly jolt, really maybe mess yourself up while you're trying to do yoga. There's a woman, sitting here stretching with a snake wrapped around her. Big snake. You know how I feel about snakes. They're just not my thing. All right. Snake yoga. Yuck. All right. Well, maybe you're bored. It's better than pulling a car with, you know what? Hey, try to not get in fights. Okay, I talked about it earlier, getting in a fight. It's not like in the movies. You can get, smacked in the head and then you're just dead. I had a lot of fighting videos pop up on my Facebook feed today for some reason, all of which were taking place at rock shows. Come on. Now, in one of them, it looked like it was a lot of guys wearing cowboy hats starting the fight. So, I'm not going to just blame the rock fans. These could have been country music fans at a Creed show. But I shared the video in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group. Bunch of hillbillies just throwing down during Creed. And I don't know, it's just not fighting music. Quite the brawl. And then at a recent Nine Inch Nails show in Phoenix, Trent had to stop their final song and yell at the crowd. Had a couple guys fighting, and he was mad. Can't play the audio because he uses some naughty language, but had to eject 2 people from the show, then start the song over. Say, not only might you get, clocked in the head and end up severely injured or dead, but yeah, you're also potentially ruining the show experience for others. Good morning, Peaches.
Good morning.
All right, Peaches. Did you accomplish the task I gave you last night?
Nope, not at all.
I figured you'd fail. I don't know what's wrong with you. You just don't like to have fun.
We watched Nightcrawler, and Aubrey did. She thought the story was very dark.
It is a dark story. That's why I was like, you could watch something fun and funny. Fail, Peaches, you have failed. I even said I'd pay for it. Said I'd pay for your rental. Said I'd give you the money to watch Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny. No, let's watch some dark crap and then have some nightmares.
That's right. I fell asleep great last night.
I slept pretty good once I got myself to bed. I got to bed at a more reasonable time than, some days. So, yeah. Well, maybe tonight, Peaches.
Yeah,
one of these days, you got to watch that movie. I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna...
You will love it.
All right.
I know your sense of humor. You will love that movie. Like right from the opening scene, you're going to love it. It starts off just bam, right out of the gate. Awesome. It's so good. So, anyway, big fail, Peaches. Big fail.
We might watch Terminator.
Well, that's a classic, too. Well, if I hadn't blown all my money on Nine Inch Nails tickets and a hotel yesterday, I'd have to take part in the PlayStation Mega March sale. Man, they got all kinds of games on sale. Looks like about 4,000 of them. So let's go through the whole list. No, some pretty good stuff for some pretty good deals. Lots of VR games on sale if you've got a PSVR. I'm just kind of scrolling the list here. And there are definitely some things I would pick up because they're just so cheap. But again, blew too much money. Them Nine Inch Nails tickets, a little bit steep, but just can't miss the show. Can't miss the show. So if you're not going to the show, you want to sit around and game this weekend, yeah, go check out the Mega March sale. I mean, you could probably just search for games you've been wanting to buy, and chances are they're going to be on sale for a decent price. So if you're into gaming, just wanted to let you know that is happening right now. Probably going to have to close this tab because I'm sure if I scroll long enough, I'm going to spot something that I'm like, I could afford to drop a little bit of dough. Come on, let's buy some more video games. And then I just won't play them. Like, I bought Resident Evil, the brand new one, full price. And I've played it for like maybe a half hour. I'm going to have to start over too because I don't remember where I'm at now. Hopefully this weekend, once we get back in town, I'm heading to Salt Lake, can get some gaming in because everybody's still talking about the new Resident Evil Online, and I don't know why I haven't, mowed it down. I saw one guy post, he was trying to see how fast he could speed run it. He's like, yeah, I've done it 4 times already. Some guy had beaten the game 4 times already, and I haven't even sat down and made it past probably the first little section. Ugh, just like to waste money. Oh well, I'll get around to it eventually. Well, as we all know, AI is just running rampant, popping up in all kinds of unexpected places. Yesterday, I noticed that the cameras at my house are now giving me AI descriptions when I get the alerts of what is happening in the videos. So I don't even have to pull the video up to see what's going on. However, as is the case with all things AI, it doesn't get it perfect all the time, okay? Yesterday, I did have some accurate descriptions popping up like, oh, a black and white dog is walking across the deck. Things like that. But then at one point, I noticed it said there was a chicken on my back deck. And I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of Becca's dog, Millie. She's a Bernedoodle. She's black and white. She's pretty, but she's not like huge, but she's pretty big. She's bigger than a chicken. All right. And she's also black and white and has curly hair, because she's part poodle. She does not look like a chicken. I ain't seeing no feathers. Now, it also said that there was a skunk walking across my back deck. She is black and white, but also, like I said, a little bit larger than a skunk. So, just a reminder, you can't rely on accuracy of AI, at least not yet, okay? When you see those Google AI search results, don't just take them as fact. I've seen people use those as like arguments on social media. Here's a screenshot of some proof. It's like, dude, Google AI probably scraped that from the comment section on Facebook. All right? Got to dig deeper than that. But it was kind of funny to get the alerts that, there's a chicken in my yard, a skunk in my yard. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, how they continue to evolve. But it is nice not having to pull the camera up. Works pretty good. Well, I hope you're feeling happy today. I hope you're doing good. But if you are unhappy, maybe it's because you live here. I'm not trying to diss on where we live. But I was looking at the 10 happiest cities in America. And we're not on the list. Yeah. At least not the top 10. I wonder how far down you got to go for us to show up. Huh? Oh, they got a lot of cities in here. Wow, this list has like 180 cities or something. What's going on here? Ugh, I can't scroll through all that trying to find Idaho. Anyway, if you want to move to one of the happiest cities in America, you're going to have to go somewhere with nice weather, apparently. Fremont, California. Whereabouts is Fremont? I don't believe I've ever been there. Let's give it a look. Pull up the old Google map. Is that like San Francisco area or something? Let's see here. I mean, it kind of close to San Francisco, but across the bay there. Again, I don't know much about that place, and you're probably going, California, blah! Well, the weather's nice, right? I mean, because they got Scottsdale, Arizona on there. Scottsdale, very, rich area. And again, nice weather year-round, aside from maybe, the brutal summertime. There's some weird ones on this list, though. I can't just attribute all of this to weather. They've got Bismarck, North Dakota at number 2. North Dakota. Apparently, a very nice community. They based this on emotional and physical well-being, community and environment, income and employment. Yeah, Fargo, North Dakota on the list as well. Who on earth would think North Dakota? It's where I gotta go. I want to be happy. Or Overland Park, Kansas. I don't know exactly how they broke down this list, but there were a number of cities in California, Arizona that, because of the weather, that could make sense to me. When you live in doom and gloom for 6 months, it messes with your head a little bit. But then I see Madison, Wisconsin pop up on the list. You ever been to Wisconsin? It's not that great. All right, that's just my opinion. No offense to anybody listening in Wisconsin. At least in Madison, they've got some decent radio stations. All right. I'm going to keep digging here. I'll be back. Show kind of blazed by today, which I ain't complaining about that. Hopefully the rest of the day does as well. I got plenty of boring crap I got to do, so that should help. All right. Didn't I have something open that wasn't some kind of political garbage? I swear, this job, it can just pummel your brain sometimes. Because, I just dig and dig and dig trying to find things to share with you. And I have to crawl through so much unpleasant crap going on in the world. Ugh. Reddit pummeling me with these advice posts where people are talking about their terrible, sad relationships. And then, news websites just, here's all the horrible happening in the world. Has Florida Man done anything recently? I mean, we can't even rely on Florida Man to bring us a little bit of joy. Yeah, all the Florida Man stories that I've seen, pretty messed up. Like they're not funny. They're just unpleasant. So, I don't know. Florida Man, is it a weather thing? What's going on here? I mean, a Florida man did steal $600,000 worth of onions and potatoes. That's sort of a Idaho-related thing, I guess. Okay, see, this is what I'm dealing with. That's not that great. I mean, that's a lot of potatoes. Now, they're probably worth more in Florida than here. But was it a whole truck? How many potatoes and onions do you have to have $600,000 worth? I don't know. Anywho, I guess I'll get out of here for now. I'll be back with Peaches at noon. The noon hour of madness and mayhem. And I hope the rest of your morning goes good. Thanks for hanging out with me. One step closer to Friday and the weekend, everybody. Hope it's a good one. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.